Welcome to Fan Club, where Cochise County residents share their hobbies and interests. This program is brought to you by the Toastmasters Clubs of Southeast Arizona, Area 5. Please help us make Fan Club the best it can be by leaving your questions and comments below. Today, our guest is Bill King. Bill is a member of the Cochise Toastmasters Club. Welcome, Bill.
Hi there, Laurie. It is good to see you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Thank you for having me participate in this project.
I'm excited. Let's see what happens. What is your hobby or interest?
You know, I really can't say that I have a favorite hobby or interest because I like a number of things. But my recent project is raising various types of fowl. I've got 12 roosters now, 6 young turkeys, and 4 duckies. And I'm looking to maybe get some peacocks if they become available.
Where do you buy peacocks?
Well, you can find them online. There are people that raise, I guess they call them peafowl or peahens or whatever. So I haven't really made any purchases yet, and I've been busy with the fowl I already have, so I haven't done a whole lot of looking yet. But I like peacocks. I've been around them, sort of, so they're pretty cool. I'm waiting for my turkeys to get big right now.
Okay. When did you start this hobby, this avocation?
You know, it's only been about a month, and it was kind of a whim.
So how did you fall into it? Did you hear someone talking about it or see it online?
Well, I live out in the country. As you know, I live in Sierra Vista near Ramsey and Mosen Roads. I've got a 4-acre lot, and I take my dog out walking in the morning, and I hear roosters, and some of my neighbors have them. And I thought, wow, it'd be nice to have some roosters. Recently, I've been dating a girl up in Tucson who shows prize hens. She kind of specializes in big black hens and roosters known as Langhorns. And she said, listen, roosters are like free. She introduced me to a club online called Tucson Glucks. And through this online group, I've acquired these roosters at no cost. Roosters are kind of expendable. You know, people get a bunch of eggs and they hatch them, and they're hoping to get hens so they can produce more eggs. But many times they get roosters, and you know, roosters eat food, but you don't need a whole lot of roosters in your coop. Roosters have a pretty large sexual appetite, and they can take, you know, one rooster can take care of about 20 hens. So people tend to get rid of the roosters, and they like to give them away. So that's how I got into roosters, and then, you know, through various connections, I picked up other fowl.
Can you keep the roosters and the turkeys and the ducks together, or do they have to have separate pens?
Right now, I've got in my outside pen, I've got roosters and ducks together. I've got 4 little ducklings, and then I have a kind of enclosed side room in my house where I'm keeping some turkeys I got yesterday, and they are coexisting very nicely with a rooster I have by the name of Rocky. Rocky is an old England game bantam. He's a black rooster with a very bright red comb, and he's kind of coexisting with them very well. I will tell you, though, that there has been some conflicts. When I brought Rocky home a couple of days ago, the Wyandotte roosters that I have attacked him viciously. So he jumped out of the coop. I had to chase him down, but now he's doing okay with these turkeys. I brought home last night 3 white silkies, and initially the Wyandottes attacked them, but the silkies are pretty robust. So they gave it back, and now they are coexisting in the same coop with the Wyandottes. I'm not into cockfighting, but they sometimes like to do their own thing.
And you are raising these to sell locally for the meat, for the food?
No, I'm just up for the fun of it.
Okay.
Having 22 fowl right now might sound like I'm overdoing it, but it's the COVID crisis. What am I going to do with my time?
I know it's only been about a month, but you sound like you're still pretty positive about it. Why do you like raising fowl?
Well, I like all kinds of wildlife and nature, and I enjoy listening to them. I live, as I indicated, on 4 acres and I'm out in the country. I mentioned in a previous Toastmasters meeting that one of the things I do when I wake up in the morning, I usually wake up around 2:33, is I go back to bed and I just listen to the sounds of nature. And now roosters and ducks and turkeys are part of that sound. I have lost 5 roosters to my predator dog. And that was very disappointing because I had several Rhode Island Reds that I really liked, and they disappeared. They had little balls of fluff around the yard.
So that's one of the challenges of raising birds, yes? Having a predator dog.
Yeah, and I can't really blame him. It's genetic. That's what dogs do.
What skills does raising birds require?
That's a good question. Right now, I haven't had to have any skills except being regular and keeping their water bowls filled with water and giving them chicken feed. And making sure that they are enclosed properly and protected from my predator dog and possibly other predators out there.
Is there a special rooster or a special memory you have?
I had a silkie called Ricky Bobby that I got in Vail, and I brought him home, and he hopped the fence pretty quickly too, and he was doing pretty well because he was hiding out under the mesquite trees and being pretty careful about not getting in the maw of my dog. But he's the one that got attacked that night as he was walking around my bedroom door. I live in a modular home. I got 4 doors going each of the 4 directions. I leave them open at night so I can hear what's going on. And I heard him walk around the outside, and all of a sudden I hear this gobble, 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 squawk. And he got eaten up. So I found his feathers in the morning. So I was sorry to lose Ricky Bob because he had quite a personality. Now my latest rooster is that old England game bantam, and he's beautiful. And he hopped the fence because the Wyandottes attacked him, and he was raised as kind of a pet. And I lured him over to where I was sitting in the evening on my porch with mealworms. He came up and sat on my lap, and he was very content to be there for a couple hours. It's not widely known that chickens are pretty smart, and they do become good pets. And they can learn about 20 to 30 words of the English language. They communicate. Roosters, of course, don't communicate with their eggs, but hens communicate with their eggs before they hatch through the shell. So there's a lot to learn about this type of life.
That's all for now. Thanks to Bill King for being on our program, and thanks to our listeners for tuning in to Fan Club.